Okay, guys, let's look at the gold trade here. Okay, so I do love to start with the historical moves before I jump even further. Okay, so historically we can see that gold, ever since gold broke above this strong resistance, which was here, this was the strongest resistance that gold had. Okay, so ever since gold managed to break above here, it has been making a nice bullish leg here, which is something that you can see whenever gold get to break, makes a nice bullish leg, then consolidate. Okay, so we might see this repeating, this kind of consolidation repeating, or we might get a deep consolidation like this repeating. Okay, so you will never know which kind of consolidation you're gonna get, but if we're getting a deeper consolidation like this, it's a bit nice, because if you are having this, you will know that you are trading from there all the way maybe down to this zone down here. Okay, all the way maybe down to this zone here before we start looking for more bullish momentum. Okay, we will know that. Yeah, now we're gonna dive deep down to this level before we look for continuous move to the upside. So even if you take your Fibonacci, apply it from the break all the way to the top, okay, you can see that this is where the 50% and the 61% is on our Fibonacci retracement. Okay, which is most likely the level that you can look for. Gold might come in deep and test this area here before we look for another bullish leg to the upside. Okay, because it's gonna be respecting let's take the trend. Okay, let's take the trend. It's gonna be respecting the trend. Gold is uptrending, but it needs to respect the trend either way. Okay, so if we look at the trend and how the trend is moving, we are gonna be looking at something like this. Okay, let's say we apply our trend there. So most likely possibly we will see it consolidating to come and try to retest this area here on the trend before we see another bullish leg continuously moving to the upside. Okay, so that's what we are gonna be waiting for, or what I'm anticipating that it might come to pass on gold. But remember guys, trading is reactive, not predictive, so we can't predict what will happen. We can only react on what's gonna happen. But yeah, like I'm saying, we can wait for something like that to happen, okay, on gold before we execute. Okay, before we execute for another bullish momentum on it. But that's what I think is gonna come on gold. But let's not waste time. Let's go down to the weekly time frame and see what the weekly time frame has for us. So up here you can see we have in this supply zone, this is where the wicks are, and down here we have this demand zone, this is where the wicks are. And if you look at this is from monthly time frame. Okay, this is the high of the month, the low of the month. So we have the supply zone, we have the demand zone down there for the months. Okay, so we go down to the weekly time frame, we can see that, and then we have the weekly fair value gap, which is down here around 31.81. And then going down to daily, so on our daily time frame guys, we can still see that gold hasn't stopped to make a series of higher highs and lower highs. Okay, okay, a series of higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so we can see here, we can see from down here going all the way up. Okay, if you can just draw your trend there, that's the internal support. So we have that internal support there, okay, which gold is going to be targeting. So if we were to fall, we're going to be looking for anything around here at the demand, and then we look for a continuous move to the upside. Okay, so down to 4 hours. Okay, down to 4 hours, we can see that gold is bearish for now. Okay, gold is pretty much bearish for now. Gold is pretty much bearish for now, as you can see. Gold is pretty much bearish for now, so it's trading outside of this, broke below, and then it's continuously moving to the downside. And one thing that we are gonna be looking at now is the support that we had here with this 4 hour support. We have the 4 hour support, the 4 hours resistance, which is up here. Okay, so gold was bouncing inside this price. So what we need to see now to get a straightforward trade on gold, we need to see a strong rejection after the break. Okay, so we are waiting for a break and then a retest, which might happen here, and then a continuous move to the downside. Okay, yes, then gold might drop back down to this demand zone before we can anticipate to see a push to the upside again. So this is what I'm gonna be waiting to see on gold, but I believe that is gonna need a bit of patience for it to come to play. Okay, so we might lose a lot if we're just trying to jump in and out, because I don't think the market is ready yet. It's not ready yet to just drop like that. Okay, so it's still gonna consolidate a little bit. We're gonna see a bit of momentum build before we have the actual break. So we can see we break this support here, which was nice. Okay, so after breaking this support, there's a high chance that the market might want to revisit the same area before it goes for a proper break. We might see a push up here, and then we can see a proper break following that after. So it's what I'm gonna be waiting for, or what I'm anticipating on gold for now. So it's gonna need a bit of patience, but that's what I see on gold for now. So we have a strong support down here, which is not been broken easily. As you can see, the market tested that side. Okay, you can see the market tested there, the market tested there, you can see the market testing there, and then now the market is there. Okay, so it's not easily broken, so it's not getting easily broken, so which makes it a strong support as for now. Okay, for now it's a strong support which is holding up its own. So we're gonna be looking at this support and seeing what this support can hold for us. So if the market hold, we know that it will need to retest here on this mid zone or mid resistance which it formed here, because it was once a strong support as well. You see, it was supporting, and then we broke below it, which becomes a resistance. So we might come and retest here before we see the market dipping down again. So that's what I'm going to be expecting to see on gold for us to get a proper selling opportunities all the way to the downside. Okay, because I believe gold is bearish now. Okay, gold is gonna turn into a bit of a bearish momentum for quite some time now, or it's just gonna be consolidating the way like I showed you. Okay, so it's what's gonna be happening is that we might be looking for a drop from up there all the way down to this area here, or it can drop just to this area here. We can reach all the way down here, or we can reach all the way here and then look for a continuation up. Okay, but for now we're gonna be looking for these mid zones here. Okay, we're gonna be looking inside this demand, the FVG, and then the demand zone here. That's what we're gonna be looking for on gold. So until next time, guys, I'm out.